Hey y'all, it's Lulu, and I'm going to do your While You Wait weekly. All right, this will be for all signs. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, PSA. Okay. While I was in the cellar a couple of times, I was in and out of there. I was in there about a day and a half, I know for sure, right? And I realized I'm not keeping any children, so y'all please do not ask me to keep your children. I'm not doing it. I don't know what has happened, but can't pay me to keep them. Just thought I'd let you know. Still love them. But I don't know what it is. I don't know if I feel like they'll get in the way or what have you. I haven't processed the whole thing. I may have to go back in the cellar after this reading. Move forward. We are now rocking to 852 hertz of solfeggio frequency. Yes. This is to clear destructive energy. So, there you have it. So if you feel a cleanse while watching this, that is why, darling. Now, water signs. Angels, what do you have for the water signs for the 3rd week of October, darling? Let's do it this way. What do you have for the water signs? Air signs. What do you have for the air signs for the 3rd week of October? Okay. What do you have for the earth signs for the 3rd week of October? And last but not least, what do you have for the fire sign for the 3rd week of October, please? Since this year, I've been changing up the codes that I've been using because whatever this, it should stop now. I got a feeling I'm pretty evened out now. I'm just waiting for some of these old energies to die off. But the cards that I use are these mudras for awakening the energy body. And it's by Alison De Nicola. There you have it. A lot of people were asking. I'm like, why I ain't put it in the description box? Because the description box is already a default description for every video. So I won't have to go in there and do that. Sorry, y'all. Now, water signs. You have purification. All right? So this may be, I'm looking at how she holding her finger. I believe it's the woman. There may be some issues with not necessarily seeing things clearly or being able to use your discernment as much as you may have in the past. There may also be a need for you not only to purify or detox your inner, but also your outer world. You may be in a space where you all of a sudden don't want to do some of the things that you used to. Some of you may be in the space of trying to make more sense of things that have transpired in the past couple of weeks, maybe here. I also feel that there may be it may be that you have been pulled in a number of different directions, or you may have been in a space where you're unsure of who or what to trust. Some of you may have even either have binged. Maybe you've been binge watching TV. I was the other day. Okay. Schitt's Creek on Netflix. Funty. Now, I just think it's the mama, because she just thinks she's still Hollywood and got the money. She don't. Moving forward, but you may have been binge watching or binge eating, binge drinking, or what have you, or just being in certain situations or around certain people that you may want to pull yourself back from. It's time for you to really reflect on how things have been happening, like the things that have been happening and how they have been happening and who has been around when certain things have, like there's some patterns of behavior that you're about to be relieved of. Some of you may have consciously made a decision to relieve yourself of certain patterns, but overall what I really feel is that even by taking that step, things in your world are really about to change. And this also has a lot to do with any of the goals that you have set as well. I don't know if some of you have been, excuse me, I don't know if some of you have been thinking about how you want to move forward in this new cycle in your life, because some of you have literally ended a cycle, and it's time for you to cleanse yourself of all that energy that from the past. It may take you some time, right? I also feel that there may even they're saying here that it's important for you to take this week to be a clear channel, right? There may be some new projects that are presented to you, or even just a new direction in which you would want to go, but you are unsure because you may be overthinking some things here. Maybe some stress, some anxiety. Some of you may even be coming out of depression or feel as though there may be like some mini depressing depress, right? Things that you have pushed back, and now it's time for you to allow these things to flow throughout your being, throughout your body. So that's going to be very important for you in this week. So we have the Vishuddha Mudra. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I like the way I say it. Now, this is for mental clarity, purity, and spaciousness. See there? Now, the benefits of this is that it enhances circulation to the neck, throat, and thyroid. It aligns cervical spine. It aligns your cervical spine. It releases tension from the neck and jaw. Helps to purify thoughts and limiting beliefs. So there, like I said, old patterns of behavior, some things that need to be, I don't know if you are being kind of stubborn or stuck in your ways in certain instances, but it's time for you to allow yourself to be relieved of that, to push through that, so that you can see that there is something better on the horizon. There's more that can be done with minimal effort, but it's time to walk away from the way that you used to do things. Now, it also says that if you have hypertension or hypothyroid, use caution with this. And always remember with these, real quick, always remember with these that you can just do this in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of chaos, confusion, or what have you, because this, once you make the connection, once you do this on a regular and you make the connection to how this works, and you can feel the difference in your body, you can feel the difference in your being overall. You'll be able to make this a go-to whenever you feel confused, or you feel as though you need more answers and you don't know who to ask or who to turn to. You turn within. Move forward. Now, you use this hand gesture. You can see how that's done there. And you want to rest the backs of the hands on the top of your thighs. Relax your shoulders down and align your spine. And the focus on the focus that you will be using, or the affirmation that you can use in order to bring the clarity through, bring the purity through, bring the spaciousness through, because you're a very vast, multidimensional being. Your focus is here. By embracing purity on all levels, I open to greater expansion. By embracing purity on all levels, I open to greater expansion. By embracing purity on all levels, I open to greater expansion. So it is. Now, air sign, you have release. Okay? Now, with this card, what I feel, this is the Kali Mudra. Kali Mudra. Darling. Very powerful. Whew. Now, with this time for release within this third week, of course, many of you may have felt the effects of the the Aries full moon, right? And I really feel that with the new beginnings that you may have in your plans, they are really pushing you to get to the space where it is important that you know that holding on to certain people, holding on to certain things, holding on to certain belief patterns overall, it's time to release those. I'm seeing here that there is something that some of you may be clutching or holding on to that is no longer serving. If you are in a space where you are really open, allowing, and ready completely to let something go, because I really feel like there may be some cords that need to be cut. So some of you may want to do your cord cutting. You may know exactly what I'm talking about. Whatever it may be, you can cut a cord to something that you've been meaning to give away or give to charity. You cut the cord with the thing and give it away, right? But overall, it's time for you to really allow yourself to just be. It's a time for you to open up to the greatness and the beauty of what it is, of who you are, how you operate moving forward. I also feel as though there may be certain structures. Structures. So maybe some of you are deciding to physically move in one way or another. But I really feel that there's something that needs to be compromised. Some of you may be going through a space where there is something that needs to be compromised, something that needs to, some of you may even need to accept an apology that you may not receive. Let things be what they are. They're saying let bygones be bygones. I think that a lot of whatever this is has to do with some type of partnership. I also feel as though there may be some of you coming into this acceptance of your duality, really figuring things out, because if you have been more masculine and not really using your feminine side, you're about to balance those things out as well. I really feel like it. It's like you're releasing the belief of the how a partnership works within, and of course your partnerships outside of you here. And what's going to happen is that things are beginning to come to a full close. Some of you may even be signing contracts or signing deals, or even signing something that will allow, I don't know if this has to do with custody, but it has something to do with negotiations, mediation, I feel too, right there. Now, I also feel that it's time for you to allow yourself to be out there, right? I don't know why these hands, see that? That looks like an angel to me. So you may even be connecting with certain deities, or being more open to connecting to, or you have recently connected to something new and you're integrating. Okay, thank you. So you may be integrating some new energies, right? And they want you to release how you feel like the result is, or where you think this is going. Here, there may even be something that you have petitioned here in the recent past, and they want you to release your, you may be trying to force or overthink holding to. This is holding to. You may be holding to your ideals, but it's time for you to release and let go and allow the universe to do what it needs to do. Because sometimes it feels like you may be going back and forth with yourself on what the result is, which is confusing the universe, or a sign. It's right here. Some of you may even be at a crossroads or be stuck in a certain situation, and where it comes to you needing to make a decision. Crossroads, right? Make a certain decision. And you may be adamant about where you are on both ends of that spectrum, or what you feel like the results will be on both ends, but you need to come to some type of mutual, I like these, some type of mutual understanding within yourself. So this is you at the crossroads, but then once you elevate your thinking and begin to release, you will come to balancing out that masculine and feminine energy in order for you to grow both ways anyway. You'll be able to grow, and you may be having these two ideas for this one situation, but once you integrate either this new goddess energy, God energy here, what's going to happen is that you're going to flourish on both ends. And I also feel as though if you are in a partnership, that is also what's happening. You and your partner may be bonding more, but also it's like you're interdependent. So you're bonding more, but you also allowing yourselves to be free as well, because now that you have come to this space where you are willing to release. I like it. I just realized I ain't clarified no cards. I'm not gonna do it either. It's gonna apply to about 4 people, boo. Now, here we are, darling. I don't know why this looks like a lady to me. All right. So with this mudra, it assists with expansiveness, release, and spiritual purification. The benefits of this is that it directs your breath and awareness to your neck and throat area. It energizes the thyroid gland, metabolism, and energy. Releases muscular tension from shoulders, neck, and throat center. The clearing of, the duality of, coming together of sorts. We need all these things working in conjunction with I start cleared. Move forward. Now, of course, this is how you will hold your hands, and you want to extend the index fingers upward toward the throat center. So you'll be doing that, bringing it up here so that you can clear that channel, right? And it may also have much to do with some things that you may not have been able to get off your chest. It's time to go ahead and clear those things out, or clearing out the way that you communicate and how you communicate. So this may even apply to you, girl. I like it. Finally, my throat chakra is healed. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step 2, step 2, step 2, step 2. Now, the caution is that if you have thyroid conditions, be very cautious of using this, of course. The focus is, your affirmation for this is, I release all obstacles and align to my true nature. I release all obstacles and align to my true nature. I release all obstacles and align to my true nature. So it is. Now, Earth sign. Earth sign, you have transformation. So the road may be bumpy for you. Sorry. Now, Matangi Mudra. Yes. I feel as though some of you may be in a space where you have possibly been going against the grain and made things a little bit tougher than what they need to. Some of you need to just chill and let things be what they are. You may be cocooning and have been cocooning for a while, caterpillar. And you're trying to fly. It ain't time yet, because you're still in the transformation process. Her says right here. You are going through a huge spiritual change. There's a lot of a realigning that needs to take place here. I also feel that what it is that you are becoming is going to be even more than what you dreamed of. This your new ability to, some of y'all know how to shapeshift. I heard it. But at the end of the day, your ability to really get things done and get things done more to the space of okay, how can I say this? Your ability to get things done with little to no effort. You won't have to work as hard as you have been. That way that you can take on these new projects or a new business venture to spend more time with your family is coming up. A lot of people may be feeling as though you have changed, but they don't understand your process and where you are. You don't have to explain it to them. You know what I mean? Just go through it, because I really feel as though there may be a lot of different ways. You may have tried a number of things here. You may have tried to go in a number of directions, and it's been uncomfortable for you because there's a new level. You have new levels of energy. You may even have new levels of this solar plexus to me. So you may be moving into this space where you're very optimistic, very open to having things done, making things happen, and just really getting a lot more done. But it's like with little to no effort. I really feel that many of you are in a space where it's going to be important that you stabilize your energy. And when I say that, it's because you don't want to throw off anything in your legs. I just heard something about the legs, right? So you want to be mindful of that. Make sure that you realign all of the chakras moving forward, because it's going to be very important for you. Some of you, your workload may increase, but the way that you handle that is going to change. You'll be able to take on more responsibility here soon. I also feel that on a spiritual level, it's going to be very important that you, some of you may begin to look more like one of your ancestors, and this will be brought to your attention. It has a lot to do with bringing in that past life present power energy for you here. I also feel that your bladder, kidney, and liver, some of you may want to get your liver checked, but there may be some, you want to be mindful throughout this process with what it is that you take, not taking anything on an empty stomach that requires for your body to break certain things down. You want to be mindful of the liquids that you drink this week. I'm not a dietitian, but I have played one on TV. Thank you. Now, but you want to be mindful of that this week. So let's see what's going on. All right, this is about assimilation, vital energy, and your life purpose. So more responsibility, Pooh. Really stepping into that truth, really stepping into what it is that you came here to do and how you came here to do it. Some of you may have been in a space where you didn't understand or know, you've done all this research and gathering of information, but now the time is winding down. The time is coming closer for you to go ahead and step out and just be the greatness that you, whatever. Be great, is what I'm saying. Now, with this assimilation, though, what I'm really feeling is that you'll be able to transmute certain vitamins and minerals. You'll be able to, some of you have the power to, the Reiki power to transform the way that the assimilation of knowing how this needs to be processed and calling out those energies to go in and then filter the rest out, because it's okay. Same thing as what they used to say when we were little, pray over your food. Same thing. But some of y'all realize that power, and with this power to assimilate, you are also recognizing a lot of your conversations are changing. The way that you converse with people is changing, because you are shutting down certain things, especially for those of you who are good at predicting what folks are gonna say. Which gift it is. Now, strong energy here. This is strong energy. Now, the benefits of this is that it enhances the digestion, assimilation of life experiences, supports circulation and lymphatic systems, cultivates energy, passion, and divine will. Now, you're going to hold your hands like this, right? And you'll relax the shoulders down and lengthen the spine. So you rest this on the base of your, rest the base of the wrist into the solar plexus, just where the ribs meet. We about to push through, because whatever it is that you have been going through, now is the time for the action to begin to take form. But it's important for you to caterpillar, to prepare yourself and go and get ready. It's about to go down. Now, if you have digestive issues such as ulcers and acid reflux, probably a Capricorn, acid reflux, use caution. Now, the focus will be, the inner light illuminates and guides me on my path. Inner light illuminates and guides me on my path. Inner light illuminates and guides me on my path. So it is, sweetie. Last but not least, the fiery beast. Last but not least, the fiery beast. Oh, I just thought about that Carrie Hilson Pretty Girl Rock. It's a classic. Now, this is Nourishment Fire Signs, and it's a fiery sacral looking colored. Okay, so that is how it looks. Nourishment. I really feel that some of you may have some ideas, some projects, or some type of creative ideas that you cannot share with anyone at this time. Bubbling with excitement. It's not time. You have to be mindful of who you are sharing your ideas with, because they may not be all the way in tune with their creativities, or not understand where exactly you're coming from. So you want to keep all that bottled up. Here, that's for one person. For others of you, I really feel that right now you are going to begin to see things from a different perspective. You're going to begin to look at things from a different angle and focus. Really giving life to the ideas that are coming to you so that you will be able to really plan things out, because many of you already have 2020 focus. You are already looking into 2020 with your plans as of now, and it's important for you to water those plans. Plant the seed and water, motherfucker. Because we need trees, not bushes. Roots, longevity. Bushes have roots, but bushes don't grow. And explain it like trees. Moving forward, pick a tree, sweetie. I really feel that there may be 2 or 3 different ways that you can go about doing a certain thing, or asking for advice. You want to be mindful of who you ask advice from this week as well. Use your inner knowing here. It is very important. If you've been feeling blocked or stagnant as well, it's time for you to really feed your creative ideas. Some of you may even want to, they're saying more green. More greens here. Because what I'm seeing here is that if you've been constipated, TMI, I'm sorry, what? If you've been having problems with constipation, if you've been having problems with having pains in your lower abdomen, even a hernia, it's time for you to allow, like, I don't know if you have ADHD or something, I don't know, ADD, I don't know. But it's time for you to go ahead and work on nourishing your creative side overall. This has a lot to do with really getting more in tune with your star player, because it's important for you to honor who you are. But this is from the inside out, though. Honoring who you are, really nourishing the spirit, nourishing the soul. What is it that you are feeding yourself? Who are you allowing to feed you? Are they feeding you something healthy? Are they feeding you something that you can't live without it? Whether it's words, time, energy, whatever it is, actual food. I also feel here like there may have been a lot of overthinking or overanalyzing here. This also may have much to do with you not really paying a lot of attention to your body, your breathing patterns, your, like when your anxiety begins to kick in. Are you recognizing that? Are you mindful? Are you being aware that, boom, this shit is really happening, and by the time it happens, it's out of control. I'm out of control. You're out of control. We're all out of control. But it's time to take a deeper look, or really reevaluate what it is that you are feeding yourself or feeding your soul. What stories are you telling yourself as well? Because I also feel that there may be something to do with your right ovary here. So you want to be mindful. If you are a man, I really just heard something about your scrotum. Okay. What is it about the man's scrotum? Because I want to know. Someone may think that they have erectile dysfunction, and it's not. They just need to be mindful. There's something that happened in childhood that they have been pondering on and not expressing, and it's, that's got a grip on that thing. Be mindful. Let's see what this say, Chad. Now, what this does is this is inner nourishment, okay? Your breath and your serenity, your inner peace, right? It promotes abdominal breathing, provides relief for asthma, supports reproductive, eliminatory, and urinary systems, okay? It directs breath to sacrum, lower back, and pelvis. Makes perfect sense to me. Now, you want to use this. Okay, this is how you'll hold your hands, darling. And what you're going to do is allow your hands to rest in your lap just below your navel. Relax your shoulders, lengthen your spine. And your focus will be, my natural breath flows in calm and nourishing waves. My natural breath flows in calm and nourishing waves. So it is. I like it. Some of you may even be in a space where you've been feeling claustrophobic out of nowhere for nothing. Do this. I don't care who around you. Just go ahead and do it. Feel like you can't breathe, somebody, your anxiety kicking in or something, do it. However this goes, right? They're going to think you're throwing up gang symbols. It's okay. It's your secret. Just tell them that you buttoning something. Because I really felt someone being claustrophobic. I don't know why I felt like, I'm trapped in an elevator type shit. So this is going to be very important. I also feel that, I don't see that here, but I heard it. If you are a woman and you are having problems, you may want to see your gynecologist if you're having problems with being able, the only way that you can pass back door passing, is if you push your JJ to make it come out. Go to the doctor. Yeah, it's time for me to go, honey. I love y'all. Oh, house members, if you made it this far, well, I'll do a separate video. All right.